Hey everybody, this is Matt. I'm making a new Heroclix video, and this is a review of the Uncanny X-Men Fast Forces all new X-Men. And I'm a huge fan of the X-Men, so I had to buy it. But I'm a little disappointed with them because, I don't know why, but WizKids decided to give the all new X-Men their own separate keyword. So on Pacific Figures, they're going to have the all new X-Men keyword and the X-Men keyword. And that's disappointing because it's going to make it really harder for theme team purposes. And, as you can see, like I have some X-Men pieces right here that all have X-Men keyword. Well, I can't play them in a theme team with most of these pieces that have all new X-Men keyword. So that's just like right off the bat, just something I'm disappointed in. I kind of understand it, but at the same exact time, what are the odds we're going to get some more all new X-Men pieces in the future? Very slim to none. So let's get into them. So each of the pieces are 50 points. So they're very small pointed pieces, and they all add up to 300 points. So it's easy. Buy the Fast Forces. You can make a 300-point team. You're good to go. And a lot of them have these. If they don't have action tokens, powers, they can do this or they can do that. And let's see if I can get the zoom in right. Let's see. For instance, in my opinion, the best one of the free powers is Jean Grey. She has Jean Grey can use telekinesis. She can use it as a free action if she has no action tokens. That's really nice. Um, this is her right here. Really nice, and she has willpower. So it's really nice. I've seen people using her actually in the meta and stuff because that free TK is so useful. You can TK up stuff like Krang, you can TK up all kinds of stuff, and it's just really nice that she can just continually do it. Like if you think about a piece that has telekinesis, they can TK. And then, if they want to push, they can TK again, but they have to stop afterwards, unless they're like, that cosmic kid from um the DC set. My mind is not working right now. Cosmic Boy from Legion of Superheroes. There you go. But with her, she can literally do it every turn because she's not getting a token from using that TK as for free. She can just do it every single turn, and that can be very useful. So there's a few other instances of free stuff. Cyclops has precise optic blast. He can use psychic blast. He can use force blast. He can use it as a free action if he has no action tokens. So, but the problem with force blast, here's the problem with this ability is, you have to be adjacent to someone to use force blast. In some normal means of using force blast. So like unless you base him next to somebody, it's not really gonna be that useful. He has starting out energy shield deflection, which means like you don't really want to base them next to someone because they're gonna be hitting a 16 with no reducers, no resistance, nothing. Um, so I think that one's really limited. Let's see any of these other ones. Now it's interesting. The Iceman in the set. This one actually doesn't have the free ability, but the one in the set says if he has no action tokens, or no, it may just say he can use a barrier as a free action, but he can only place 2 tokens. It's kind of weird why they didn't give that to this Iceman. Maybe it's too powerful or something. I don't know. So let's see. We talked about Jean Grey. We talked about Beast doesn't really have anything like that. So those are some instances of like free stuff. And I wish I had all the main set versions to kind of like compare them and stuff. But I still wasn't able to get that Iceman. Nobody had the Iceman, and I just decided I had to make this video now and just talk about them now. Instead of just keep waiting on that Iceman. So some of the pieces I really like in this stuff is Angel. He has a real more zoomy. He has a really cool thing. Give Angel a power action, half his speed value, so it's kind of like charge. Then move him up to his speed value. After action resolve, either Angel or a character he carried with the all new X-Men keyword may make a close attack. That's fantastic with X-23. Now she can't use blades because you have to be given a close combat action to use blades. But and she's dusty. Sorry. But still, I mean, that's really useful for her. Beast too. I mean, Beast, it would probably work even better with Beast because he could perplex up his attack or his damage and then just get based, and he has the combat reflexes. So yeah, definitely Angel and Beast. You know, Angel, Carrion, and Beast would be really nice. Cyclops is more ranged. Iceman's more ranged. And Jean Grey's more ranged, so you definitely don't want to carry them in. But that, I mean, that's a really cool ability. Any kind of thing that kind of breaks a rule, like no non-free actions after being carried, is always interesting. And for 50 points, he's 50 points. He has the X-Men team ability, so he could heal up a character or two. And he can carry people. Let's look at it. Start and dial. Flight. 11, it looks like sidestep. That's good. That's even further carry you can do with energy shield deflection and 19 from range. He's not bad for 50 points. And I think actually, no, okay, not this one, but the one in the main set of Angel actually has the X-Man keyword. Sadly, this one does not. So there's two of them that do actually have the X-Men keyword, and that's the main set Angel, and then both versions of X-23. And she actually has some amazing keywords. All new X-Men Circle 4. That's the one with like Venom and Red Hulk and weird and Ghost Rider. Weapon X. That's interesting. X Force. I love X Force. And X-Men. So like X Force would be great. We got some new X Force species in the set. Xmen, of course, all that kind of stuff. Now, she also has a trait, Let Them Bleed, and that's what this 3D marker is all about. This 3D marker that they've been using, Clicks FX they've been using. This is what it's already about. It is Let Them Bleed. When an opposing character takes damage from her close attack, after actions resolve, you may attach the slash marker to that character, removing it from anywhere else. When the character with the slash marker is given an action token, deal it 1 penetrating damage. When that character heals or clears action tokens, remove the slash marker. So basically, she runs up and punches you, okay? And then she pushes the slash marker on you. And then, if you do anything that gives you a token, you take 1 penetrating damage. And penetrating will get past any damage reducers. I believe it'll even get past any damage ignores, like Invincible. I think, no. Penetrating is like Psychic Blast and Exploit, so it won't get past Invincible. Invincible will still ignore that 1 damage, I'm pretty sure, but it will get past Toughness and Vulnerability and Impervious. That would says this damage can be reduced. Penetrating damage cannot be reduced. So and then when that character heals or clears action tokens, remove the slash marker. This would be like a useful like first step, like you put this underneath them, and then if they try to attack you, they're going to take 1 penetrating damage, and then like maybe team it up with another Clicks FX to where like if they just do nothing, then they take a damage. I don't know how that really works, but it's interesting that they put something like that in the Fast Forces. They always try to put something in the Fast Forces that kind of like gets people like, oh, I really got to buy the Fast Forces to get that. I think Jean Grey is definitely a strong piece that makes you really want to buy the Fast Forces, and I think this is like the easiest way to get this Clicks FX marker. The only other ways you can get it is like the Wolverine Chase figure has it, and I think the Ares super rare figure in Spider-Man has it. There's not a lot of ways to get this Clicks FX marker. So I mean the other pieces are all right. What's cool about it, other than X-23, I'm gonna have to zoom back in. Other than X-23, they all have this trait, which I've actually seen it work out really well, called Time Locked. Opposing characters can't use probability control to reroll attacks made by or targeting this character. So like if you try to shoot Cyclops and you miss, that's it. That's it. Now here's the cool thing. If you have a theme team with these guys, they can still prob your attacks and their attacks, but you can't prob either one. And that actually becomes a pretty big advantage after a while. I was watching a friend of mine, he had like a Scarlet Witch, Iceman, Magneto team, and my other friend had like a all new X-Men team. and my other friend that had Scarlet Witch and all that kind of stuff, he wanted to keep Prob and stuff, and he just couldn't do it. Sadly, X-23 does not have the trait. Both versions of X-23 do not have the trait. It's interesting, while all the other versions do. I love the trait. It's a really cool trait. It's really, really useful, you know? And it actually, gives you a reason to play them together thematically. The only thing I think I would change here would be, say, like, if this piece is a part of a all-new X-Men theme team, opposing characters, blah, 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 blah. That way, you could have X-23 also have the trait too, but if you're going to play her with, like, X-Men or X-Force or all this kind of stuff, then she doesn't have it, you know? So he puts a limitation on it, but if you still want to play an all-new X-Men theme team, you still get the bonus. That's how I would change that up. So, I mean, overall, they all kind of serve a purpose. Let's just go through it. X-23 she's all about charging in and blading you and putting the slash marker on you. Jean Grey is amazing to TK you up and just keep TKing everybody, and it works really well. She can TK Beast, she can TK Angel, she can TK. TK is so useful. Either when you're TKing a ranged piece up to shoot somebody, TKing up a close combat piece to base somebody, it's just super, super useful. Beast is kind of a supporter with like Perplex. You may even get Outwit later on. He gets Close Combat Expert later on. Okay, still the Perplex is useful, and he's a tire up with combat reflexes. Cyclops. Okay, so this is weird. They gave him leadership, but he's the same point total of everybody else, and that's a clear indication from WizKids that they're going to be changing leadership in 2017. So his usefulness may go up a little bit. And then he has I think that's that Force Blast. I don't really like the Cyclops because he doesn't have move and attack. He goes from this Force Blast with a free action blah 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 to just Force Blast, meaning that you really do need that Jean Grey really bad to position him. He's okay. So he's kind of a shooter. He has 7 range, which is not bad by any means. Iceman has 6 range, and he's all about energy explosion and just pinking people for 2 damage and sidestepping up and all that kind of stuff. And then Angel is all about the carry. He's very much a supportive piece too. I'm gonna carry you into battle, and then you're gonna be able to punch somebody. I actually really like him. I wish the Iceman was a little bit stronger and more like its main set version. I wish the Cyclops had more movement attack. I wish Beast had some outwit at some point in his dial. And I think it's overall really cool fast forces. It's definitely worth the purchase if you like X-Men. It may not be worth the purchase if you don't like all new X-Men. But I definitely would recommend it. Again, it's one of the best ways to get this Clicks FX marker, which you can't see because I need to zoom in better. It's a beautiful marker. These things are really, really beautiful. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. I hope you have fun playing Heroclix in the future, and have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye-bye.